So, again, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys draft. Go over their picks, give you my grade. Let me know what you think. If you're a football fan, I'm going to continue doing this for more teams. Um, and I wanted to make sure the teams kind of went through the undrafted free agents, undrafted picks list too before I kind of went over these videos in more detail. So, if you don't want to miss any of this stuff and you're a fan of no matter who your team is, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start live streaming, get you all part of the conversations on a regular basis. So if you haven't subscribed, we greatly appreciate it if you would. But let's go over these draft picks today for the Dallas Cowboys. And again, let me know what you think. Load up the comments. And if you're a fan of any other team, load up the comments. Let me know. I'll get to work on your team. All right. Pick one. It was a 26th pick. Maisie Smith is defensive tackle for Michigan. They needed a massive dude there to help stop this run, right? And I mean, this is a great team already, but again, that's pretty formidable division that they're in. So, and sounds like he's going to be a rotation piece that they're going to develop into a starting player in short time. So, but this guy's a massive guy, and he fits exactly what they need on the defensive front. So, he's a 26th pick, and pretty solid pick for them. The next up is one of his teammates on the offensive side. Luke Shoonmaker is a tight end also from Michigan. Again, he's also a developmental piece, but they needed a big piece for Dak to throw to, right? And basically, he doesn't have Zeke anymore as a reliable piece to hand off to. So you want to increase as many weapons as possible if you can. And this guy's got 4.63 speed. He's 6'5", 251 pounds. So he's got serious size too. He's also a high-level blocker as a tight end, which is a great skill set to have. And again, he's a place where he's going to be essentially developed as a replacement for Dalton Schultz, who they lost in free agency. So, and he was the 58th pick in the second round. Now we're going to pivot to the third round. DeMarvion Overshown. If I mispronounce these names, my apologies. He's a linebacker from Texas. He was the 90th overall pick. And again, they had the 22nd ranked run defense. So they're bringing in a player like this to help improve that ranking. So, and again, he plays coverage extremely well, pass rush extremely well. He can also play inside and outside linebacker. So his versatility is going to be a key piece to the defensive front. And you have him, you got Maisie Smith, and just adding more defensive pieces to a team that's already a playoff team. They're going to be in a really, really good spot. So next up, their fourth round pick, 129th overall, Viliami Fajoko. He's a defensive lineman. Again, defense from San Jose State. Okay, they're grooming him to be a potential starter too. And he's got another guy. He can play, both ends of the three-tech defensive front. And he mauls offensive linemen. Okay, he's got tremendous upper body strength. It's kind of abnormal, which is crazy. But he's a developmental player. But his physical skill set and his tools make him a menace for offensive lines. Next up is their fifth round pick, Asim Richards. He's an offensive lineman from North Carolina. 6'4", 309 pounds. He's got size and finesse. He can move all over the place. And he also has a ridiculously really quick first step. He's very agile. He's versatile. He's smart with a high football IQ as well. And again, he's got a crazy quick first step. And his arm length and his size make him a really, really good player potentially for the offensive line. And again, he has some upper body strength that he needs to pack on, but he'll do that over his first couple of years in the NFL. That's just it's a thing for linemen. So he will get bigger and he will get stronger. Next up is their sixth round pick, 178th overall, Eric Scott, a defensive back from Southern Mississippi. So needed a little bit of depth on the defensive backfield there. Okay, he's also known for having crazy athleticism. He's got size and speed as well. And again, you grooming him behind guys like Stephen Gilmore and was it Trevon Diggs to boost that secondary. You're gonna be in good shape. His size, he's 6'2", 202 pounds, and again, he's really, really physically tough as well, particularly a wide receiver. So another guy who can push the offense around is a guy that the Cowboys need. Next up, they're another sixth-round pick, 212 overall. Deuce Vaughn is a running back from Kansas State. They're gonna have to replace Zeke, right? So this guy's dad was an assistant of the Cowboys. So his dad actually got to call him and tell him he was picked. So that's pretty damn cool. 3,604 rush yards and 34 touchdowns in his career at Kansas State. 1,280 receiving yards too. And he had 133 yards and 22 22 carries versus Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. So he picks up and he plays well against the big teams too. So it's a good target for them to have, a good player for them to develop. And lastly, Their 7th-round pick, 244 overall, Jalen Brooks. He's a wide receiver from South Carolina. Again, another offensive piece. They got a wide receiver, running back, and a tight end for Dak. So he was actually overlooked at a lot of the draft boards. So, but he's a gifted. He has gifted speed. He's 6'2", 205 pounds as well, and he's a well-rounded player with a high football IQ. Okay, he's got good hands. He's got a good frame, and he'll be a solid draft pick and a solid developmental pick, where they can groom overall to be, maybe a front line type of guy. So, but those are my Cowboys. But those are the Cowboys picks. I'm giving them a B, solid B for their draft. I think they got some complementary pieces and a couple of valuable pieces for an already very good team. So guys that they can develop and learn from the solid veterans that they already have. It's a pretty good draft, I think, for the Dallas Cowboys. But I want to know what you think, Cowboy fans. Give me your grade. Let me know what you think of the picks. And we're going to do next. We have other teams coming up. So be ready for them. Talk to you later.